activity for today. Put the homework away. Yes, you are going to all be famous. For good reasons. Good reasons. Take out the packet that you picked up when you came in, and you picked up the clipboard. Provision it. Okay. You don't need anything else on your desk. All you need is a packet, clipboard, and a pencil. That's it. Today, in preparation for your test on Friday, we will solve for the equation of a line given a graph line. That's it. Around the room, there are 16 graph lines. You see them all? Yeah. Right? But Mark, it's not just the line. It has a line, and then on the bottom it has an equation. But here's the thing. The line and the equation do not match. They do not match. What you have to do is when we begin, you individually, or you could rock out with one, are going to go to one of the lines all around the room. You're going to take your clipboard, and you're going to go to this one. And you'll be, okay, this is line number 11. So now in my packet, I'm going to go to number 11. And I'm going to do the work to try to get the equation of this line. Now, let's say when I get the equation of this line, I get y is equal to 1/2 x plus 1/2. Now what do I have to do? What do you think I have to do now? I got the equation of this line up here is y equals 1. Oh, never mind. It's y equals negative 3/2 x plus 2. I picked the one I couldn't pick. Sir?
You have to use both of them to find
That's good. Once I get the equation of this line, I gotta go around the room and find the written out equation. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's over here. It's over here. This was the equation of the line from number 11. The next thing I do is now do this line. This is number 8. I go to number 8. I get the equation y equals 3/4 x plus 1. This line over there. Oh, here's over here. So I've got y equals 3/4 x plus 1. And I do this line, and so on. You'll be going around the room until all 16 are complete, and you have the equation of 16 lines. But Jonathan, how will you know if the equation that you got for one of the graphs is correct or incorrect? What's a telltale sign? So if you know you got a correct or an incorrect equation.
You put in a point on the graph and see if it matches it.
Okay, you could totally check it that way. He goes, Hanlon, you got your equation. I plug in a point. I see if it's true. You could totally do that. Abor?
To see if it's anywhere around the room.
To see if it's anywhere around the room, right? So let's say you get an equation, y equals 3,000x plus 4. And you look around and like there's no 3,000x plus 4. What does that mean? You probably did something incorrect when you came up with your equation. Okay, does that make sense? So, 2 seconds. If I go to the back over here, on the bottom of number 16 is a huge white space. Go to the back of number 16, huge white space. What do we need to do to solve for the equation of the line? There are 2 ways we can solve this. And I suggest that you try both ways throughout the activity today and tomorrow. Because each of the ways that you're going to try corresponds with one of the 2 questions on the test for Friday. What were the two kinds of questions that you're going to be asked to complete for the test on Friday? What's one of the two kinds of questions? Aboard.
They give you a line and you have to find the equation.
Awesome. So we give you a line and you have to get the equation, right? Given a line. And right now we're dealing with the slope-intercept form of a line. Which variable tells me my slope or my rate of change? Which variable gives me my slope or my rate of change? Meyerly. Which variable gives me my slope or my rate of change? Meyerly. Yeah, M is my slope or my rate of change. And Alan Bermeo, which variable gives me my initial value or my y-intercept? So if we're doing this way, option 2, the first thing I should do is determine my B. And how should you determine your B? If I give you a graph line, Kev, how do you determine your B?
So you gotta check if, like, if y is 0, if y is 0, x is a number, so you gotta go on the y line, check what numbers are.
So if y is 0, x is a number, and then go to the y and check? That's what you said. If y is 0, x is a number?
No, x is 0, y is...
That's it. Yeah, you flipped it. When x is 0, y is 5. So then you get your b. The next thing you need to is determine your m. And how can we determine or solve for my slope or my rate of change? Remember, I'm giving you a graph line. I'm giving you a graph line. What could you do? If I'm giving you a graphed line, what could you do to determine the rate of change or the slope? Jesse, you want it? Is it kind of like, really? What you got?
Find
And so, what do we do? So get 2 points, then what? You say find the points, and then what? Oh, you were right there. You were on the doorstep. Aboard, can you help her out?
me?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So like you get 2 points. The one. You get the rate of change value, and then you use the numerator to determine if it goes up or down, and the denominator to go right or left.
The numerator, that's like my rise. That's my up or my down. And the denominator, that's like my run. He said his right or his left. Perfect. Jesse, what were you going to say? You kind of put it back up again.
I don't know.
No? You sure? Same thing? So say it in your own words. Or these words. Yeah, you use the rise and the run. Perfect. So, Mark, I have my B. I have my M. And then Mark's going to put it all together. Jonathan, question or response? You can most definitely put delta y over delta x. And I'm going to change that or bring that over here for option 1. And given 2 points, get equation. The first thing, what you said, determine delta y over delta x. That's my answer. What's the formula for that, for my m? What's the formula? If I give you two ordered pairs, the first thing you do is you give me the slope, you give me the formula. What you gotta give real time?
M equals y1 minus y minus y2
So you want to do y1 minus y2 over?
x1 minus x2.
Perfect. Is that the only one I can use? What else could I use if I wanted to? Emilio, if I wanted to, I don't have to do 1 minus 2. What else could I do? Yeah, I can do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. As long as you're consistent, it's going to be fine. You choose whichever one you feel more comfortable with. Perfect. So this gives me my m. Then I have to determine my b. So once I have my rate of change or my slope, how do I get the b value if I'm given 2 points? What's the next thing I have to do? Just kind of going back. We haven't done this in a couple days. We just solved for the m. We just solved for the m. So now you have two ordered pairs and your m.
You plug in the B, you plug in B, and remove, and like, if you remove the X.
Plug in a b. So remember, now I gotta determine my b. So I can't plug in because I don't know what b
Why don't you
is.
plug in the M and then you solve for the, and then you solve for B?
We're gonna plug in m and an ordered pair. That's why. To solve for b. And then we're done. Put it together. That's it.
So you can show it.
Of course. Wait, you didn't say.
Please.
Kev, this is a pretty nice little review / study guide, Juliana, right, for this test coming up on Friday? Because there are two kinds of questions. We're going to get 2 points. We give the equation of a line. That's like option 1. And option 2,